And then for our Patreon supporters,
You
know Patreon, right?
I do.
Yeah. So we like to give them a little extra because they're amazing. They support the show. They are the lifeblood. They allow us to, among all our other supporters, to, have a life on the show.
Yeah.
Like to give the show longevity. And we're so appreciative of it. So we like to give them a little extra because they're supporting us financially. So what is that story behind the story of the race in Burlington?
The last lap blunder.
Yeah.
So here it goes. So we were based out of Waitsfield, Vermont, and we had a time trial the first day. We had a circuit race the second day up in Killington, which is a short drive. We had a road race just literally on the mountain right in Waitsfield on the ski mountain. And then the last day was out in Burlington. And so from Waitsfield to Burlington is about an hour on Interstate 95 north. So I get on the road, load up the bike. We check out of the condo, my friend Greg and I. Greg's in his car because he had driven up. He lives in New York, and I had a rental car. So I get in the car, load up. I start taking off down Route 2. Little country road in Vermont. You can picture it. Trees, barn, cows, grass. Everything's good. Until we get behind a Prius doing probably 17 miles an hour in like a 40 mile an hour, 30 mile an hour. Now I've given myself plenty of time, of course, but I'm behind the car that's behind the Prius. So it's two of us and then the Prius. And it's a 2-lane road. So you can't pass until you have plenty of space, right?
And those roads are windy.
Those roads are windy, but we get to a point where it's straight, long, and uphill. And the driver in front of me is not moving. He's just staying right where he is. And I'm like, this is a prime opportunity to pass. So what I do is I just give him a quick flash of the high beams to know I'm coming around, give him a little, and then I go around. Immediately, this driver, not the Prius, the one behind it, goes around and drives right up to the back of my bumper. And he is pissed off, angry. I can see him flailing the arms, all this stuff. And I'm thinking, what just happened? He's upset that I flashed him. Okay, but maybe he was angry at the Prius or whatever. So he's riding my bumper for a good while until we get to Route 100, which then opens up onto Interstate 95. For 30 minutes, he's riding my bumper, tries to come around me at a stop sign. And I'm thinking to myself, now we're dealing with a psychopath. And so I'm just ignoring it, right? There's some mindfulness because the old John would have been like, what, you want to fight? Let's go.
Yeah, bring it on.
Let's go right now. Let's go.
We get on Interstate 95. He's still on me. Now I'm starting to get a little bit nervous. He's got this kind of funny looking hat on, this warm winter looking hat. We had some rain earlier in the week and it was cold. And so he's got this hat and this flannel jacket. He just kind of looks like this psychopath Elmer Fudd, if you will. And I'm just kind of I don't know what I'm getting myself into, but I better just keep my head, my eyes looking straight down the road. And he's pulling up alongside me and he's shaking his fist. And I'm just giving him a wave, it's okay, whatever, sorry, whatever you think I did. So I get off the exit for Burlington thinking, okay, maybe he's going to keep going. And he's right on my bumper, right? So I've got this proverbial albatross on me. Now I'm in downtown Burlington and I'm driving to the race and I'm like, okay, and I'm going off of memory of where it is and where I needed to park and everything. And we get to the light and again, he's kind of pulling up alongside me. He doesn't do anything, but he's got this terrible look on his face. I'm like, this guy, he's literally going to follow me to where I park and try to do something. I don't know. So anyway, I'm just fine. So I just keep going. And finally, he makes a side street at the University of Vermont. He makes a side street over to UVM. I'm like, okay, he's an angry professor or something, he's going to the university. So, whatever. So we do the bike race. The whole thing happens. Get to the scoring table. And there's this area where the referees and the judges and all the people working at the start-finish line and they're kind of enclosed so they can see and they look at if it's in this race happened to be a photo finish between first and second. So I'm like talking to the chief referee, and of course I'm like, what happened? The lap card, it still says 1. He's like, I know. He's like, let me go talk. So the chief referee walks over to this area where there's a gentleman sitting behind a laptop, and I walk over.
It's the dude.
It's the dude. It's the guy. Same Elmer Fudd hat, same flannel.
No way.
And he did not see me. He only saw me in the car. Like, he had no idea what I look like. There's no possible way. But my mind told me for a minute, that son of a bitch recognized me and left the lap card at 1. Like he really cares, knows, or has the inclination to think he's going to somehow, the mastery of his intention is to completely destroy
you.
implode my bike race. But there he was. But who knows what kind of energy maybe I put out there that maybe I started to think maybe I deserved it. But I have to tell you, the only action I did was the quick flash of the light that set him off. So I don't know how many times he's been in this situation and but that's...
Oh my God. So you didn't have an interaction with him?
No interaction
But you were
whatsoever.
like, oh boy.
Like, that's him! That's the lap card guy.
He was the lap card guy.
He was it. That was him. He was the lap card guy behind the computer.
Oh my God.
He was the one.
There was some dude flipping.
No.
It's digital.
Digital.
Sorry. So he was. That was him. That
So
was
that-
the lap
Clark,
card.
over here.
That was
Clark
the lap
is
card
so
guy.
excited. So there was like energetically some unfinished business that he got you in the end.
He got me in the end. He got.
That's
and
wild.
if you're listening, energetic lap card Elmer Fudd psychopath, I will be back next year, and I can't wait to shake your hand and say thank you for giving me the opportunity to tell a wonderful story.
Yeah. And if that psycho is a Patreon supporter, we thank you. That's an awesome story.
That's real.